everyone.
Hey, hey.
Oh, we are excited. We're going to have a fun one.
We are. I'm excited to be here today.
Yeah.
Have a lot going on for sure. Let's just give it a few moments to get everything all hooked up and connected, and we should be good to go in a few minutes.
Yep. Make sure it's all working, all that good fun jazz when you're live. You just never know. You got to definitely want to make sure.
Always something happening.
Exactly.
Always something going on.
Yep. So just a few more seconds, and then we will see. What?
Yeah.
Just
You're supposed to talk to the people. You're supposed to talk to the people. That is what your job is to
I
talk
know.
to people.
Well, we are super excited because we are going to be talking whole cloth today with Linda V. Taylor. So that's going to be super fun. We have a whole cloth behind us just to kind of inspire the talk and the conversation.
We do. We have the whole cloth that I did, actually. This is a kind of like a two-part quilt. The front side is actually a different part of the quilt. We'll just say it's a piece quilt for sure. And it's actually a panel. Let's just say what it is. It's a panel. On the front. It's a big panel. But on the back, I used a solid white cotton sateen. I love sateen fabric.
Is so nice.
On the back, it is beautiful. Yeah. It has a little bit of sheen to it.
Yeah.
If you were here and you looked at it, it looks like icing on a cake. Has a little bit of a glisten. It's gorgeous. So this is the back side, and it ends up looking like a whole cloth. So it gives a beautiful 2-in-1 quilt.
Yeah,
got a 2 for the price of 1.
Exactly,
so that's good.
Exactly. So don't forget to do your spiel.
Oh, my spiel. I have a spiel. Well, I actually get something that pops up now because we got fancy stuff.
Okay.
So as always, make sure you are subscribing to our channel for the latest content. So you're going to do that right down below at the bottom right-hand corner. Yep. After you click on that subscribe button, make sure you click on the little bell that shows up so you can get notified whenever we post new videos or whenever we go live here at After Hours.
Woohoo! Exactly. Or, exactly. Post new videos or go live during the day or just anything, right?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go with that.
I know.
This one, right?
You're so funny. Anyway, so like always, you know me, I have a question. I love asking questions because I learn. It's just always good to learn.
Did you do a question today?
I did.
I wasn't paying attention.
I did. So the question is none other than who has done a whole cloth before. We are super excited to find out if you've done one, if you've tried, if you want to try. You know, that's why we're kind of doing this segment with Linda. So this will be good to know.
I love whole cloths, honestly, because y'all know me. I don't like to piece a quilt. Let's be real. I don't have the patience. Those of you that do it, I bow down to you.
Yeah.
Because I don't have the patience.
I can't even do a straight line one, like the 2-inch ones.
Okay, let's not talk about that. It's all right, little buddy. You'll get there one day.
I'm going to get there, yeah.
But I don't have the patience to piece one. And all the quilts that have been pieced for me for like my show quilts, my grandma has pieced them because she is a meticulous piecer, like perfection. Thank you, Grandma. Love you. Like they're beautiful. I don't do it. I just get to that point where if it's a little off the 1/4 inch, it'll be fine. But as y'all know, after you start building that up, a little off the 1/4 inch becomes a little off a whole inch, and then the quilt doesn't straight. It's just, and then I just want to throw it out, but I can't because that's a lot of money in fabric. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Let's be real.
Well, then you just do the quilting to hide your piecing.
Oh, no, I can't hide my piecing. No, it cannot be hidden. Everyone sees it everywhere.
Oh, no, they won't. You could quilt it, and then once you wash it, it'll shrink a little bit, and you won't even know the difference. And then at that point, it's a design choice.
I love how you just build me up like that. I appreciate that.
I try.
Thank you. Just build me up on that because we all know those pieces. No, them seem nope.
Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Looks like we have people from all over. It's super excited. People that have tried whole cloth, that haven't, they have been afraid to. So this is awesome. You are watching the right segment. So let's bring in Linda from backstage.
Let's do it. So we're going to bring Linda in. She is joining us here from beautiful Star Valley, Wyoming. Linda, how is it up there right now?
It's snowing quite badly right now, and it's about -2 degrees.
Okay.
So, yeah, at night. But, right now it's only 18. So
you might as well put some flip-flops on then. It's going to be 18 degrees today and -2 in the evening.
Yep. That's why I put the Texas behind me. You guys have good weather.
Yeah, super
Fantastic. So Linda, why don't you kind of talk with our viewers about what you are going to be going with today? Because I know we have built a presentation together over the last couple of days, and so I know that we're going to have you kind of talk through these wonderful things. So if you just want to kind of start off with just kind of what you're going to be going over today.
Okay. Well, of course, I'm like you, Corey. I had to decide, and I have pieced quilts, but I'm not an accurate person either. And so I had to make a decision in the beginning, especially if I was going to piece and quilt. And the quilting is my passion. So I don't piece either. So whole cloths are very, very appealing to me. And in the 90s, I met a very special person. Her name was Harry Walner. And she had the most amazing continuous line designs. First time I'd really seen them built, just continuous line for quilters. And in fact, she actually copyrighted the continuous line designs. That's her copyright. And her packets had beautiful patterns, which I used a lot of them. But in one of the packets, she had a lullaby quilt. So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But I want to talk a little bit about Harry because I just want to give a tribute to her. So let's put the picture up of Harry. This is Harry.
Okay.
Harry Walner. And if she was your friend, she was always your friend. She was so non-judgmental and always gave you the benefit of a doubt. She was a very earthy, organic person. She loved the earth, animals, and especially people. She was always artistic and colorful and serious about her work, but not too serious. She'd always say, well, it is just fabric. She also has a special needs son. And unfortunately, Harry passed away at the end of 2019, just before the pandemic started. So now we are able to print or digitize and print all of her patterns. We have a contract with her husband on that. And those proceeds can go to her special needs son. So she was just amazing. The funniest thing, I think, was because she was so witty and fast thinking. So she also was the first one I called when we were called to go to Africa. Well, not called to. I felt a call to go to Africa, to South Africa. And the next picture is the group. There were 15 people I called, but Harry was the first one. She's right there in the green, and I'm in the center there. But she said, absolutely, I can't wait to go and teach the Zulus. And she just was so amazing on this trip. The next picture, you can see that she's, well, there's 3 of them there. You can see her there with some of the Zulus, that girl in the orange and white. Her name was Heather. That was her American name. But she had AIDS. Several of the people that we taught had AIDS. And you can see Harry is passing out candy to them. And then you can see the table of all the machines. And she just had everything perfectly set up to teach these Zulus. She did so much work and really made it fun for them. The next picture, look at that beautiful, colorful quilt in the background on that first one. I came back from Africa knowing that that's just, their colors are just so amazing. Always have yellow and red and blue. And the next quilt down is Laurel Barris and one of the gals from Canada that came with us. And then just another picture there of Harry. And this is Harry and Linda studying. What we were doing was trying to pick out the easiest pattern for the Zulus. We found that they weren't, that their education was limited, and so we had to simplify things. So that was kind of fun. And I just want to show you a short clip. It's only a minute long of her on one of my television shows, just so you can get an idea of her humor. What I want you to look at is the whole cloth behind her. It's a baby whole cloth, and it's called Lullaby.
You can put more detail in there. This is so, I can even go back on quilts that I already have done and add this stenciling technique. What a fun idea. Absolutely. And I've done lullaby, so I can have a like that.
I bet you can have a better way.
I know.
I was trying to get that one done for your show. No,
Oh,
fabric stencil paints they're very compatible, and you can, like, I would probably not make this whole quilt a pink quilt,
right.
you know.
The people who have done toll painting and other kind of painting are will even have more of an advantage probably. But I think I can learn this too.
Well, I
So,
think so.
Yeah.
I think so, with some coaching and a lot of hard work and years of practice. No, I think
Well,
you could do it
thank you.
very quick.
It
I
looks
think,
really
you know,
fun.
your quilts are so beautiful. I can't imagine that they need something like this.
Well,
But
this I got to do this on some, and
this
so
is fun for me. This is an extension of the shapes and the colors. And sure.
Well, thank you so much again for showing us some new techniques and some fun things to do on quilts. We appreciate it so much.
I know that all of you quilters will take this and run with it.
Thank you.
Thanks for
We
inviting
will.
me.
Harry said that she loved being on my show. It was the only time she ever got makeup on. That quilt that was in the background is called Lullaby, and I cannot even tell you how excited I am to have this digitized and have it be so you can make it whatever size you want. And I have a mini and I have a large one, and Corey told me how we can expand that so you can make a big one. But let me just show you some of the things that are really unique to this quilt. It has this cycle of life on it. So at the bottom of the quilt, you see the mother, and it's up in the upper right-hand corner. The mother and dad are over the eggs. And then the mother is sitting on the quilt. And then the 3 little babies are at the top of the quilt. And then on the other side, it has the empty nest. You have the empty nest, Corey?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, there's four. There's those 4 cycles. That's very unique to a quilt. Very unique. Yeah. It also has all these cute woodland animals. So that would be the next one. You could see bear, lamb, bunny, has an owl and a squirrel in the tree, even has a little mouse. One little mouse out in the border, not repeated. Isn't that awesome?
That's super cute.
So artistic, just so fun. So those are just some of the details. Now I want to also, if you go to the next one, you can see this is the pattern. I use this pattern so many times. It is just wrinkled. But I did this quilt over and over and over. I would even do it at shows. It was so fun. The borders, most of them were 2 passes. So you have to do part of it and then you go back and do it again. So here's the next quilt is one that I did. So you can see this was hand guided.
So real quick before we go to the next slide, what is that you have over the top of the pattern there?
That is a pattern grid. Oh, I can't remember the name. Of course, you would ask me right now.
I believe it's called a piece of grid, right?
Yes, yes. Somebody gave it to me at a show and wanted me to use it. I love it. I love it. Yeah, and it also has measurements on it. I really like that.
Yeah, nice.
So,
okay, so there you go.
So there's the quilt. I don't know if you can get closer in that. I did stippling on around the tree and the inside border, and then between the inside and outside border. And that I did at a show actually.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes we were busy and sometimes we weren't at shows. So I had lots of time, and I love just quilting, and people were fascinated. So I know you can do it hand guided, folks, if you don't have a computerized machine. But the next picture is one that I did on the computer. Now, what I had to do was I put a freehand border around the outside. And if I want these baby quilts bigger than they come, I not only make the pattern bigger, computerized wise, but I add freehand around the outside border. And I know some of you might be a little shy on that. So I did a little segment just showing you how I put that freehand around. You have to allow for that when you load your quilt, of course.
Let's see.
So I am adding this border around. And you may have noticed I'm doing the stacked feather
as I come around like this, I'm coming back on this other one and adding some more echoes, and then I don't have to worry so much about staying exactly on that line because I'm going really fast. And those echoes out there on the edge of those feathers are going to look so pretty. See how I planted that one right? Planted that one right in the corner, and then I'm still coming back almost straight. So now I'm going to be turning it and coming back to the line here. So here we go. Come around here. I'm going to come up here and just do a couple more echoes in there. Another one here. And then as I come back this time, I'm right in the corner. And this time I'm going to start making this. Come around here. Now it's turned and coming this other direction. So now it's left to right for me. I think I'll come back and make another echo in that one. And it looks like I have one more feather up there. Come back in the side like that. I may even make a little one in here. And just to set it off a little bit, I'm going to do a pinwheel and come down like this. Sort of a signature move. You could have written your name in there. Then I'm going to follow this line up so that I can get my echoes on the top of these two. There we go. Wow, I love watching her do that. I get just as fascinated as anybody. I can't believe that it's me. I'm so blessed to be able to do that. So you can add other borders too. I mean, you can border 3 or 4 borders, but adding that freehand around that baby quilt is really cool. Now, taking some of those elements from the this is the songbird tree. It's another pattern of Harry's, but I use the lullaby border. And some of these are not very big. In fact, I want to show you what you can do. You see this piece here? It's a little lamb with a little border.
Oh,
Cute.
Because when I put the fleece on, I get enough for one. It's usually 60 wide, and you could do your minky. You could do 90 wide. And you don't have to bind them because all you have to do is trim around the corner. And I'll show you some other pictures of how you can trim. But what I found was if you do a couple of echoes, then it's not, you don't have to do as much trimming.
Right.
But these are awesome for babies. I am waiting for a great grandbaby. I have like a stack of these. I want them on my shoulder. So for burp claws or whatever, about 10 inches across is all you need. And oh, they're just wonderful. Just 2 layers of fleece or minky. You don't need batting in them. So let's just go through some of these and I'll show you how I've combined these patterns. So that's the songbird tree, those cute birds in it. The next one is, this is the inside border of the lullaby. There was an inside border. Oh, those hearts are awesome. And this, I just put the little sleepy time inside of that one. And the next one is, this is the middle tree of the lullaby pattern. And this is a simple border design that my husband made up. And so see how simple that could be. That could be a whole quilt with a border on the outside or just something over the shoulder, whichever, you know, if you're even thinking of making those. And the next one is the lullaby pattern. I have made this lullaby so many times and it is just stitches out so beautifully. And at the top and the bottom of this one, I took another whole cloth that I have and just added some extra at the top and bottom. The next one, this is the little lammy. I call it baby lamb. And I put it in the middle of the lullaby center part. And then I did freehand feathers around that and then the simple border on the outside. Love it.
So you can literally just take your patterns, whether they're digital or the paper patterns, and just use that as a guideline for like your centerpieces, and then you can just like embellish and do whatever you want on the outside.
Yes,
cool.
yes, exactly.
That's
So you have something, you could put that pattern out there and do it as big as your machine head will allow you to do, and then just keep adding on around it. Yeah. So I just wanted to give a lot of ideas on these.
Yeah, so whether you have an 18-inch or 30-inch, you can take, like you're saying, you could take that whole cloth, quilt the whole cloth out first, so it's easy. It's kind of like a one continuous thing. Then roll back and forth and add your borders and stuff on, and have like a whole cloth fast and eeasy. Like
You have got it, Diana.
Yeah.
Good job.
He's gonna be on the machine tomorrow.
Okay, go ahead.
This is a dolly quilt. This was in her miniature collection. And it was really tiny, but I made it larger. And look at the edges of that. I just did a portion of it, cut it. I can sit at night and cut these out, but I don't have to bind them. I just cut around them. I love that. And that makes them so fancy, almost like lace.
Okay.
So yeah. This next one, this is so awesome. I hope you can see it. This is the dolly quilt in the middle. And then she had a border, it's called Aztec border, that really matched what she has in that dolly quilt. So I put that around it, and then I did a freehand border with the feathers. Oh, I can't wait to give this one away. I don't know. They're gonna all be so special. Who will I choose to give them to? We'll see. Anyway, the next one. This is the little dolly quilt and just the Aztec border. And I did one echo. So all I have to do is cut around that. I don't have to do anything else. Isn't that awesome?
I love that. I love it. Love it.
Yeah.
That's cute.
And I just use my channel lock when I want to do the straight lines. And on the Lullaby, for those that have hand-guided machines and want to try this, I never tried to follow the lines on the pattern. I always used my channel locks, because it'll be more accurate.
Oh, gotcha. The rectangles around it. I see.
Right. As you can see, even on this one, I have lines, to divide it.
Right.
So I use my channel locks for that.
Oh, good.
Okay, the next one.
This next one is one of my favorites.
Oh, thank you. This one is actually my pattern. I did this for my first granddaughter in 1998 or something like that. And won first place at a couple of shows, actually. I did it just in ecru and on muslin, and it's just an heirloom quilt, just beautiful. Added the border around it, but that's called Emily's Heirloom. Her name was Emily. And you can use a lot of those pieces, like that braided feather border and the heart in the middle. That feathered heart in the middle is just pristine. And so it just comes with beautiful, beautiful patterns in it.
So all these patterns that we're showing that are digitized, you have these all on your website?
On Fancy Blue Fox.
Okay.
Yeah. Some are on the Gamel site as well. We're trying to get them all up. So Fancy Blue Fox is where you will go if you want to get the special on them.
Exactly. Cool.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's the website there, and then we also have the paper patterns on our website. But I just wanted, in case people were wondering and guessing, like, how do I get these fantastic patterns that she's telling me how to use? I just wanted to throw that out there. But go ahead, continue.
No, I appreciate that. And I also want those that only have hand-guided machines to know that I have done that quilt so many times, they cannot whine to me at all. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, the next one, this is one of my older patterns, but it is so amazing. This ballerina, this is a full size. This was like 70 by 50 or something like that. And I did all those, lots of stippling around it and stuff. But here is the pattern now, digitized in the smaller, and you can, next one, Corey.
Oh, sorry.
This has the lullaby, the centered border of the lullaby with the little ballerina in it. Is that adorable?
I love it.
So cute.
I love how you combine the patterns in it. It's so cute.
Well, I just went crazy. I couldn't help it. Sorry, I don't want to bore anybody. The next one is, I wanted to show you, I hope you can see the edges on that one. Can you see the edges, how I cut around the edges? Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Oh, it just makes it so wonderful. And the next one, this one I just echoed one time. I told the machine to echo, actually, because I would have echoed deeper, but I like the way the machine echoes them because you don't have as much to cut. But that'll be really cool when I get it cut. Really cool. So, and this is her in the simple border. You can do them. They're so fast. There's no excuse not to give every baby you know a quilt. That's all I can say. Buy a lot of fleece. Okay, this is the baseball boy, and he's just as cute. He has a little tongue hanging out. I don't know if you can see that, but this isn't a piece one, and it's a big one. The next one is him in a little fleece one. And this one, again, cutting around all those stars. See, that takes a long time, but if they were echoed once, I wouldn't have had so much work to do. But such a cute pattern for little boys to do big or small. The next one is really awesome. This is the center of the lullaby pattern with those cute animals and tree. And then it has the simple border around it. And then I took the border from Emily's heirloom quilt. It's called Emily's Kisses. And put that around and then did a freehand border. Is that beautiful?
Love that one.
I love that. I am definitely thinking I need a quilt like that, Corey.
Okay.
Oh, you better go out and buy some fleece.
I know.
Yep, today. Okay, this is the clown. Isn't he cute?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm showing you this so you can see those are little tents all the way around and cutting them. It's tedious, but it's so fun. It's so fun. And you really need to look closely to see all those little animals. That's an animal parade around there. It's camels and zebras and elephants and everything. And that clown is easy to do. Look, his little buttons are coming apart. He's gained a little weight there in the front. So, all right. The next one for patriotic people, here you go. And again, the stars are around the edge, so you can just cut around them. It's got the Liberty Bell on the wonderful eagle, made in America.
Yeah.
Just some really cool stuff, and the stars and loops. The next one is a little lamb. And this time I took the outer border of Lullaby, just the outer border, the one with the little birds in the cycle of life, etc., and put that around it. And I did 2 echoes to make it a little larger. So then I just have to cut around it. This one is the little lamb that's the one I actually showed you that's in the simple border. So, and that simple border is on the sites as a smaller one altogether, and it's also divided. So you want to do it big, you buy the larger one that's divided, so you can do it in 2 pieces. They're all done lengthwise, across your machine.
Right.
Oh, this is Harry's storybook doll. Is that cute or what?
Yeah, super cute.
In that cute little simple borders, and it went so fast. And the next one is my puddle jumping pattern with Emily's Kisses as the border.
Oh.
I love that one. The next one is Just Ducky. Yes, Rick just finished this one, and he's like, I don't want to look at another duck. But I think he's adorable with all the rain coming down, and that's the simple border around it. And then this is the giraffe. Isn't that cute?
Yeah.
Yes, with the little fly out there. And that's Emily's Kisses border.
These can all make some super cute, like, cribs. Like, I'm just thinking of all the little babies like you're talking about. Throw some fleece on, make a cute little whole cloth. You have all these different designs, and you have all these little crib blankets.
Look at you.
Yes, and you have burp things for your shoulder.
The bird things, yeah. You can have matching ones.
Oh, my Lanta.
You can have matching ones.
Linda, what have you done?
And I know you can use anything for your shoulder, but you know what? My kids deserve the best little quilt you can have. Especially when you go to church and you put that up, and then like everybody's like, where did you get that? Okay.
Okay.
The baby or the burp cloth?
I know.
This is one of my little pull toy. They come with lots of little animals on them and or squares with the simple border again. And so is the next one, the little duck and lamb. And then the last two are Harry's patterns. This is the middle border of Lullaby with her pretty pony in it. Isn't that the cutest pretty pony? So cute. And then the next one, I put two ponies facing each other with the heart in the middle and then her posies around it. So are you just posied out now? Okay, you can obviously see I had a whole week of pandemic and I've made it an epidemic of whole cloth.
Whole cloth everywhere.
Everywhere. And so if you do buy a lot of fleece, that's what's going to happen to you too. So
Whole cloth everywhere. So let's look at some of the pantograph ones of this.
Yeah, and then we can show how
Show
it looks
some
on
of
the
it stitched
computer.
out.
Yeah.
How it looks stitched out.
So
this was the Lullaby. This is the mini. And so it's one full section. And I can get up and go over there if I need to. I'll go up. Yeah, just give me a second. Wires everywhere. I got this. It's fine. There we go. So this is the mini. And it has all those little, she was talking about okay, let me straighten it out. There we go. All the birds and the little flowers and the butterflies and the centers that we've taken a good look at this evening and the little tree in the center.
There's
so this
the empty nest.
Where was it? Oh, there it is. Yep.
There it is.
Yep, right there.
And then show the clown one because then you can show the tents and the animals.
Oh, yeah.
Because that was super cute.
So there's that one. And what was the size on that?
That one was 21 by 25.
21 by 25.
For the mini.
For the mini. So that was the clown one. So there's a little center clown. Oh, there we go. And you see the elephants and camels on parade here. And, oh, there we go. The tents. Perfect little corners around there. So it's really, really super cute. These are super fast, super fun. This one's 21 by 30 on that size.
Show one more of the paper ones that we have open and then...
So on our website, these whole cloths like this are under the whole cloth tab.
Yeah, so
you
we
made
have
one?
a whole cloth pattern tab, and there will also be some coupons in the description below, so we'll go over that in a few minutes.
Yep. So this is the baseball one, 21 by 31. You've got the little, I love this border, Linda. Love this border corner right here. Love that. So you got the stars inside the baseballs, and then you've got the baseballs and stars, and the little hat and mitten, and then there's the boy. There's his tongue sticking out that she was talking about earlier. But I'm going opposite. It's opposite of the TV, so I'm going the wrong way. But super, super cute. Absolutely love these.
And I guess, and we also do have, stay there. We also do have the Lullaby in a little larger. In case you wanted it for the crib, and if you're doing hand guided.
So this was, Linda was talking about earlier that it's broken apart into two sections. So if you'll hold it that way, there you go. So this is like the first section. It's broken apart into two sections. It's nice and big. So you're able to do a good size quilt. It ends up being about 40 by 42, something like that. So you do one section and then you can roll it and do your next section.
Yeah, so pretty cool. So those, those are just some of the paper whole cloths. We have all of her whole cloth paper patterns on our website. And then, of course, she has all of the digital ones and Harry's digital ones on her website. But we're going to rock over and see how it looks on the computerized machine.
Okay. So let me turn on that one. And we'll make that the point of reference. So we've done two. The first one on the left of the screen is the Lullaby quilt, and Diana's going to go talk to you about that.
We just realized we don't have our mics on, so anyway, the first one on the left is the Lullaby quilt, and this is the mini one. We have a 30-inch throat, so it was like a 23-inch quilting area, and he quilted it all in one pass, basically. It was super fast, super easy, so cute. We threw it on some sateen, but fleece, I mean, that would have been super cool if we had fleece, Corey.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, then you could have cut it and I could have used it.
Apart in individual sections.
And then it's broken apart in individual sections if you have a smaller throat, so you can still get it done pretty easily. And then if you go over to the next one, then this is Emily's heirloom, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. And same theory. It was a mini one, and we did it in one pass, but it's broken apart in pieces if you have a smaller throat. And it's just so pretty. And we wanted to show you what it would look like on a kind of a mini. And then, Corey, if you just want to take it over to the computer, you can let them just see how it looks on the computer.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Thank you. That's easy.
Sorry for a little bit of vibration there. And there you go. So we just he just stitched them out, and you see it's in red, which means it was done. So, but these are just some simple ones that we stitched out, and then Linda just showed you all the ones that she has and how she combined them with Harry's patterns. And I just love how you're going to do some of the proceeds for Harry's son. That's awesome. So we're going to put her website up there real quick. Got Corey multitasking
She's
over
got me
here.
running all over the place. I'm trying. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Okay. But don't go anywhere, you guys, because we have lots of little things to tell you. So,
We do.
So Linda, is there any other little tips or things that you want to give about whole clothing? Like if somebody's their first time, like some tips that you might have?
Well, when you have and you're doing the quilt all at once, if you have a big enough machine, there you really don't have a problem. But if you want to do a really big whole cloth, okay, let's say you want to do a queen size whole cloth, then I would baste every 8 inches down, all the way down to the bottom of the quilt before I started anywhere on that quilt. You don't have to baste both directions, but I would do it one way, and that will stabilize the quilt for you. So then you could go back and I also highly recommend that you do it lengthwise again. So the longest side is along with your canvases. You put those on first that way, so that you get the longer borders done and you get less rolling when you're doing it that way. Yeah, you put them on sideways, in other words. So, but that basting would really help when I was doing long, big whole cloths, because you don't want to get a tuck on the back or the front, because they just look so beautiful on the back too. So they do need to be stabilized somehow. And that basting stitch can be 3/4 of an inch. I mean, it's just zip, 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 zip. And I did that first, and then I would start on my whole cloth. That makes sense?
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Do we have any other questions from viewers that?
No, I didn't. That's what I was going to say. I think they're just so watching. They haven't asked any questions really. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the feed. You can always put them in later. If you're not watching this live, it's okay. We come back and answer the questions later. We have, like, in the description below, you'll see some discount codes. So we have some discounts going on the paper patterns on our site. And then Linda has some awesome discounts going on her site for the digital patterns. And she has all the different formats. So if you have a computerized machine, she probably has the format that'll work for that.
So this is one little public service announcement since we're here. We're talking about, when we talk about description, I get phone calls all the time about this. What do y'all mean by description? Because back in the day, YouTube used to show you the description. Now you have to go search for it.
Oh, that's true.
That's the thing. So when you're watching the video and you look right below where our faces are, you'll see the title of the video. And especially if you're watching on a mobile device, you'll see the title of the video. And right next to the title, there is a tiny little arrow. A half arrow, a half triangle. Yeah, about a half triangle. We'll call it that. Nah, 2 points of I'm getting way off. Squirrel. Looks like a little V. And you can click on that, and that will open up the description, and that will show you where you can purchase these patterns, where all these fun discount codes are, all the information about the video.
Mm-hmm.
So the description is right there. So you'll just click on that little V next to the name. Total off topic, but I get that question. So there you go.
No, that's good. So we had a question, so for your stitches per inch when you baste, what do you think? What do you use for that?
3/4 to an inch.
Okay. And do you think that they can be done on a sit-down long arm machine?
Of course.
Yeah, because that's how
Absolutely. I would, I probably would still pre-baste it, and then you won't have to worry about because it doesn't have the frame. So And and Harry used to do that, by the way. That's probably where I got the idea. I can't remember for sure, but she pre-basted to make sure so that nothing got shifted and everything. So on her because she used the domestic for a long time, finally went to a longhorn, but she never really felt terribly comfortable with the long arm as much as she did on her small machine. So
yeah. Okay, so like we said, there's discount code below, but you want to tell us a little bit about how we got these?
Yes. Well, Harry's husband sent those, and I thought they'd be so great for some door prizes. And they have many patterns inside each of them. And we are digitizing all of those patterns, so they will eventually all of them be on Fancy Blue Fox and on the Gamel iCloud as well. So, her patterns are just so perfect and so amazing and so copyrighted.
Yep. So we don't have these pattern packets available. We don't have these. So this is very special to have these to be able to give away.
Yeah, they don't print them anymore.
They're not printed anymore. So these are some awesome packets. Rare stuff, exactly. So I thought it was really nice of him to be able to send those to us, to you through us, blah, blah, blah.
A lot of logistics.
So that we could give them away to our amazing viewers. So listen how to enter, because we want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to do that. So Corey,
okay,
take it away.
So thank you so much. She knows I like spelling out rules. So okay, so you'll see below the video, or below us right now, that the email address leqafterhours@lequilters.com is listed. Make sure you write that down, jot it down, take a picture real quick, take a screenshot. We can keep doing that. But what you will do is, with that email address, you will send us an email with your name and your phone number.
That's all we need.
That's all we need. In the subject title, you can put pattern entry, after hours entry, whatever you want to put in the subject title.
Yeah.
But all we need is your name and your phone number. And that will enter you in to win one of these beautiful prizes. And I think we have, 5?
No, we have 8.
Oh, 8 total. Wow.
3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 8.
8 total. Woo! So send your name and your phone number to leqafterhours@lequilters.com, and that will enter you in to win one of these amazing prizes. And if you are one of those 8 lucky winners, we will be reaching out to you and letting you know.
Exactly. 8. And just remember, you can't get these anymore. So it's like an antique, right?
Right. And so today is Thursday, the 21st.
We'll do it for about a week.
We are going to do it for about a week. Okay,
Yeah.
That was a little shorter than, or a little longer than I anticipated. Oh gosh, she's messing up my algorithms. So entries will be, we'll stop entries on January 27th. At 2021. Thank you. 2021, January 27th, 2021. We'll stop entries at 11:59 p.m. And then following Thursday, which will be the 28th, we will announce our winners there.
Good. There you go.
We'll also reach out to you personally, but we will announce our winners there to see who won, and we'll get those shipped right off to you so you can have your prizes.
Yes, that is awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Corey, Dianna, can I throw in one digitized lullaby and one digitized dolly quilt?
Oh,
Yeah,
all righty.
Okay. You guys have that.
So now that's 10
10.
different prizes. So a digitized lullaby and a digitized dolly, the full set of those from FancyBlueFox.com. So thank you, Linda, for that.
Yeah.
So make sure you send us in those entries so you can get entered in to win.
Yeah, that's an
Definitely.
awesome set too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Linda.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Awesome.
All right, let's see if we have any more comments, and then we
I'm
can.
totally out of the chat.
I know. Let's see.
Let's see.
Nope. Can we?
I see one. She asks if you can mark the quilting designs, how you would do that if you're not using computerized design. I always used my laser light. I laid it. You saw the pattern on the back of the table with that grid over it. You don't need the grid, but so I always used my laser light. But Harry would mark it with the wash away pens. She would just lay her fabric on top, and it's printed pretty dark on your paper. So, if you need a light table or something like that, you could. But that's how she did it, because she did so many on her smaller machine. So she did mark out the entire quilt. And that's why I have to do 1 million of these. I don't have to mark them. I don't have to follow them with the laser light. I just have to push the button.
But for those that have the laser light, it's definitely you can do, because I saw you doing it. You can teach a class on how to do all these whole cloths.
I just couldn't do it. I know. I still can't. So they're just so cute.
Yeah, they are. And can these patterns be used with the Pro Stitcher? Yes, you on your website you have the formats for all those computerized machines.
We do. Fancy Blue Fox. Yep.
Let's see. Hang on, Corey's gonna throw that over there. We'll get back to chat real quick.
That's it.
You're just doing some miracles over there.
Who?
You back and forth.
Thank you. Someone write that down.
All right. Well, you know what? I think unless Linda, if you have anything else to say, we will let you go back to backstage.
I would just say goodbye to everybody. Thank you for being my friend. It's always good to be back on Linda's Electric Quilters.
Well, thank you so much, Linda. We appreciate you joining us this evening.
I am getting my shot next week.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. That's really good news. I just found out today, so I had to share it.
Okay.
Okay. Everybody get immune. Yes.
Thanks for joining us, and we will see you next time. See ya.
Oh, fun.
I had a blast. That was so much fun. Looking through all these whole cloths and going back through all this. I mean, we've gone, with, it's just, I'm at a loss for words.
What's so funny is that I've been around these whole cloths since 2001, like forever around them. And I never thought about like the smaller ones making such cute little things with fleece.
I know.
Like, why didn't I think about something that simple?
You're running a business.
I guess that's
I don't
true.
know.
That's true. But I mean, it's so simple, so cute. Throw the fleece on. I could be like making it for the little babies at church.
When she says she'll be making them, you all know what that means.
You will be assisting me in such a wonderful charity. Thank you, son.
Okay, you're welcome. No problem. I'll take that. So don't forget to send in your email entries to leqafterhours@lequilters.com.
Yes, I'm so excited to give away 10 different things.
Got those, and then Linda's going to throw in the digital things as another option. So I love that. That's so cool. So we're super excited about that.
I just love having her here.
I know, I do too.
Just to be able to sit and talk and show, because there's so much knowledge there.
So
many years of knowledge that she just has, and all these cute little ideas. So I can't wait for her to come back. And I hope, as of viewers, I hope you guys enjoy when we have her come visit us, and virtually that is, and gives us ideas. And something that we want you to do too is we want you to throw in the comments, give us some ideas, like of videos that you would like.
Oh yeah.
Give us some ideas of videos that you would like. Different techniques, different things you want to see. If it's because things that, I know this might sound bad, but things that I don't find like that I think would be interesting to anybody else, because I do it so many times every day. That I just don't think about it. But then when you call me and say, "Hey, I'd like to do a video," and I was like, "Oh yeah, I did that 6 times yesterday." I just don't, but I just don't think about it. Because when it becomes like that knowledge at the back of your hand, it's kind of like what y'all do if what y'all do at work every day. I'm sure some of you are like accountants. No, not my cup of tea. But that's easy for you because you do it every day. So it's like, that's interesting. Just let us know. See, Leanne remembers my New Year's resolution. She said she wanted to get more this year. You did, yes. See, you're just helping me. Yes. Thanks, Thank you, Leanne. For the reminder. So, alrighty. No, I really do. So had a great time tonight. I thought that was really, really cool. Digital patterns can be found on the FancyBlueFox.com. The paper patterns can be found with us here at longarmsupplies.net. So those are your options there. And then, of course, don't forget to send your entries in by January 26th. This is 26th, right? No, 27th. Golly, I'm losing my dates. Gotta pull up the phone. Gotta have a calendar. January 27th at 11:59 p.m. 2021. And we will have that all squared away. I think I've checked everything off. I think you got your list. It's checked. Yay. Check. Alrighty. Well, again, thank you guys so much for joining us. We hope you got some inspiration from these whole cloth designs and ideas. We will see you next week for, what are we doing next week? We are going to teach you how to do some t-shirt quilts. Yes, we will have a special guest joining us and showing us how she does t-shirt quilts, how she puts them together, and the different techniques, tips, and tricks that are behind that. Because I didn't realize there was so much that went into a t-shirt quilt. I know, right? So I think it'll be really interesting for you to watch and for everyone to learn and for us to watch as well. Yeah, exactly. So we will see you next Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time here at After Hours. Bye, y'all.